everyone, it's Derek with one last overall review of the Hyatt Ziva Zilara Cana Resort. Completely unbiased. Nobody's asked me to do this. Nobody's paying me. So we just traveled there the week of January 18th with my two tween daughters and my wife. First impressions is that it is a stunning resort. When you first walk into that lobby, everything is well appointed. You've got this beautiful unobstructed view overlooking the pool, the beach, the ocean. Absolutely gorgeous. There's been some complaints about construction quality. When you're building a 400 room resort, there's always going to be some things that are going to need repair. No one's ever going to lay all that tile work perfectly. So whether the resort is 6 months or 6 years, you got to overlook that because there's always going to be those repairs that are needed. This resort is advertised as having Wi-Fi throughout. I disagree with that. That is not the case. By the pool, on the beach, the Wi-Fi signal was terrible. If you could get it, you were constantly being disconnected. We've been to resorts where we've had solid signal, never disconnected throughout the entire resort, right on the beach. If this is any indication, I was in the club lounge and I had no Wi-Fi signal. So anyway, the rooms are beautiful, well appointed. The storage, the bathrooms, everything is great. The beds are firm. Yes, they are. We like firm beds, so we had absolutely no issues with them. The pillows, they are thin. We called down the front. We asked for thicker pillows. They brought them up. No issues. One little annoying thing was the thermostat. I don't know if the resort has them on a timer, but we'd like our room at about 19 degrees. It kept going back up to 22. So every time we came back to the room after the beach or after the show, dinner, we always had to adjust the thermostat. That was a little bit annoying. And then snack replenishment was non-existent. We had to call down 4 times to the front to have them bring up snacks like Oreos and Pringles for the kids. And we left a combination of $7 every day US for the maid who actually does the snack and beverage replenishment as well. So there's no excuse for that. The pool atmosphere here at this resort is very sleepy. So if you like that, you want to just lay by the pool, read a book, take a nap, it is very sleepy. There is little or no entertainment. You got elevator ambient music playing on the little speakers, and it's very low. So it is, again, a very sleepy atmosphere around the pool. There's no games or anything like that to keep the kids busy, which for me on my vacation, part of my relaxation is having the kids busy and entertained so that I can actually relax and not have to keep trying to have them entertained and do something with them. Because I know they're busy with the entertainment team playing games or whatever the case is around the pool. So that doesn't make for a good vacation for the wife and myself. The beach itself, you got to be careful here because essentially from the infinity pool to the end of the palm trees, if you look in the pictures, there is a lot of construction material that is still left. My kids on any given day were bringing me back screws, nails, broken tiles that were left over from the construction. So we brought that to the attention of the front desk, and they said that they will deal with it. The ocean itself is, again, very much like the pool. It's very chill. The ocean, very little waves, very little aquatic life, no aquatic life actually that we could see. And because of the fineness of the sand, it was very cloudy. So even if you were standing in the water only up to your knees, you couldn't see your feet. When you first walk into the ocean, you get about 5-10 feet in, and then you've got about probably a good 3 feet of coral. Then you need to clear before you get back out to sand and seagrass, all the way out to the barrier net. The water is only about 2 to 4 feet deep, all the way out to that barrier net, so it's very low, very shallow all the way out there. For us, that's not very conducive to what we like to see. We like to be able to go into a little bit deeper water so we can actually swim. Maybe we can snorkel, see some fish in a little bit deeper waters. Nothing crazy, but at the same time, It wasn't very conducive for us. Continuing on with the beach and the ocean, the food and beverage at the beach and the ocean is non-existent. If you are just there with regular access, there is no food options for you at all. Your only option is Pronto's, which is the pizza place. And to be honest with you, for the pizza place, it had the worst pizza on the resort. You get much better pizza at the Italian restaurant, off the kids menu, or even at the buffet. So on the adult side, on the Zilara side, they have burgers, fries, hot dogs, nachos, all kinds of other things at their equivalent snack bar. I don't understand why they wouldn't have that for the kids side. That makes no sense to me, and I think that the Hyatt needs to address that. So if you don't have club access, you're not going to be able to get any food by the beach or by the pool. We've been to other resorts where they're doing beach barbecues, paellas, and that's even having, a beach snack bar and a beach bar. So there's none of that here. So it's a little bit annoying, especially if you're going to have smaller kids and you want to head here, because they're going to say, Mommy, Daddy, I'm hungry. You're going to have to dry them off, pack them up, all their pool toys, their this, their that. You're going to have to cover them up, and you're going to have to, if you don't want to eat bad pizza at Pronto's, you got to go all the way into the buffet. So now, if you do have club access, you can go to La Canola, which is the keto paleo-centric diet menu restaurant. This doesn't make any sense to me on why they would have this on the family side. Over on the adult side at Zilara, again, I've seen postings of all these great burgers and all these other foods, which my kids would love. They don't want a beetroot, arugula, grilled octopus salad with quinoa, which leaves them no order off the kids menu, which is a mini cheeseburger or a mini pizza or a little spaghetti bowl. My kids are at an age now where they need a full meal. They need a full burger. So, a lot of the times we would order a pizza and the mini burger, and we'd only get one of them. So there's a lot of inconsistency with orders and not getting the right orders, or absolutely completely different orders than what you got before. So again, we had club access, so we were able to go to Canola for breakfast, and one day we ordered the pancakes, and they were oatmeal banana pancakes. One day, the first day we ordered, it came with 2 pancakes. It had a nice sliced up banana ringed around the plate. You could see the bananas in the pancake. The next day we ordered the same thing. You got 1 pancake with no bananas in it, cut in half, folded over, and no banana ringed around the plate. Like, I don't understand where the standards are. So there's a lot of opportunity there in terms of food quality and consistency. So on the family side, you got 4 restaurants. So you got Canola, which is the keto paleo menu. You have the seafood restaurant. Again, I don't know too many kids that like seafood, especially calamari and octopus and things like that. Why? Like, my kids would have been more than happy to have a steak or a grilled chicken with mashed potatoes or baked potatoes, but you don't have access to the steakhouse on the Ziva side. So even though this resort is fairly well laid out in terms of where, the proximity of everything and where the actual restaurants are located and things like that, with the exclusion of not having anything at the beach, it's not thought out very well. They've got a keto paleo restaurant, a seafood restaurant on the family side. Move that over to the adult side. Bring the other restaurants over where you can get burgers and sandwich, club sandwiches and things like that to the families. It makes no sense to me. So out of 4 restaurants, you only have 2 kid-friendly ones. And those would be the Teppanyaki Mongolian, which was Tempest Table, which I love the concept that they've done here. It's not just your regular teppanyaki restaurant where, you sit around the grill, U-shape around the grill. The guy cooks everything in front of you and serves people around the table. They have that, and then they have the Mongolian grill. So you grab a bowl, you pick you pick your starch from like a buffet style. You pick your starch, your protein, your vegetables, your sauce. You take it over to the Mongolian grill. The guy throws it on the grill, cooks it up for you right there and then, grabs a new bowl, puts the cooked food in, and here you go. So that was a really great concept. I mean, I've had better at teppanyaki grills, but it was okay. And then by far, Noodle and Thread, which is on the Ziva side, the Italian restaurant, was by far the best food that we had access to on the Ziva side, and the most consistent. There still were inconsistencies there, but not nearly as bad as the other restaurants. Yeah, so I mentioned that there's not a lot of consistency in like food prep. So standards in terms of, what actually comes, missing orders, and then food not really being cooked as requested. So, asking for a medium steak and getting it well, or asking for well done fish, getting it medium at best, things like that. In terms of the buffet on the Ziva side Mercado, oddly enough, it's very dimly lit when you're back at your tables. And I think because the hotel isn't really at capacity, I think what's happening is they're putting out trays of, sausages or hash browns or grilled tomatoes, and it's just not turning fast enough. I think what they need to do for now, while the resort isn't at capacity, is start doing some half trays. Hopefully they can turn some things quicker and then bring fresh out, because as it is right now, I think most of the food is being brought out for the start of the buffet, and then it's sitting there for the 4 hours. So by the time you may get to it, it could be very cold. If I had one suggestion, try to get all your food at the buffet made fresh for you at any of the grilling stations. In terms of the staff there, they've got the right people in the right places. The host and hostesses at the restaurants, in the lobby, the front desk, all very pleasant. Wait staff and service, hit and miss, most good. And they definitely get better if you tip them. So if you come back the next day and you've tipped them well the day before, they are definitely much better at that, at serving you. The water park here at this resort. Honestly, I can't say anything bad about the water park at all. It's one of the highlights, and I think that if it wasn't there, we might have had a much bigger struggle with the week, surviving the week and keeping busy. 5 slides, varying thrill levels. So that was really good. We enjoyed that, but you can only do that for so long. So after about an hour of going up and down the slides, that tends to get a bit tired, so you can't really spend a full day there. Lazy River, great lazy river, full of different splash points and things like that, and it moves very well. Some people were complaining that you can't bring alcohol into the water park. Well, too bad. They wanted to just cruise around the lazy river with their beer. I don't blame the hotel for not having that, and good on them. They do have a food truck there, which has burgers, fries, hot dogs, and beverages, non-alcoholic, of course, so you can get them there. So the water park was definitely a highlight for this resort. Entertainment. I'm not going to be honest with you. The entertainment, they need to step up their game big time here. There's no pool entertainment whatsoever on the Ziva side. The entertainment team come out for one song at like 3 o'clock and they danced and then they took off. So there's not doing anything to get people engaged, active by the pool. There's no games, no little lily pad things or whatever contests, anything like that. They do have like a little movie theater, a little outdoor. They set up a little theater outdoors for the young children, and they'll throw on like a Disney movie. and the parents can sit around at the fire pits and just kind of hang back there. But the nightly shows, we had talked to somebody who said that after 5 minutes of the Jersey Boys show, they walked out because it was so bad. And in the week that we were there, the Michael Jackson show was actually done twice. So, a quick note about club access. If you have club access, a lot of people are getting club access just because they want access to the club access booze. You can only get that club booze at the club bars. I think they need to really find a way to differentiate club access guests with like a wristband or a bracelet of some sort, so that they can have the club booze at all the bars and restaurants, and then they can make sure that they serve them if they request it. Because right now, the only place you're getting access to your club booze, like a Corona or a Don Julio or a premium vodka, whatever, is by going to the club swim up bar, pool bar, or the club lounge kind of thing. So hotel does a really funny thing when you check in. They ask you to sign a release saying they're not responsible for any lost or stolen items. I don't know if that's a new thing. I've never had to sign one of those in any of my travels to any country, any resort. So they say, oh, we've given you a safe, but it's your typical resort safe. You can fit in a couple of iPads, your travel documents, and a purse, and that's about it. So that was a little bit of a weird thing. My final thoughts on this resort, to be honest with you, it was not our speed. We like to have fun. We like to have a good time. When we go away on vacation, we like to be entertained. And this resort just doesn't do it. It doesn't cut it. They're lacking in accessibility for all the regular guests to be able to get food and beverage by the beach, and as well, they need to do a better job entertaining people. So, quite honestly, it was not exactly a fun trip. I'd like to have the resort do a better job helping to keep the kids and the families entertained, so that the parents can actually relax while the kids are having fun, because that takes a big load off of me and my wife to try and find things to do, because ultimately we feel responsible because we're the ones that booked this resort. So if you ask me if I'm coming back to the Hyatt Ziva Zilara Cap Cana, I can honestly tell you that I won't be returning. I've been to a lot of resorts that have earned my dollar. They've given me great value for my money, and the prices that we paid for this resort, I just don't feel that the value is there, nor is the level of service, quality of product that you would come to expect for the price you pay. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment, ask questions. If you like it, go ahead and like it. Please feel free to check out my other videos, and good luck choosing your trip. And I hope you guys have yourselves a great vacation that meets all the needs of you and your families. Take care.